Hello, my darling Fumi Nation. How are you? How are we? My name is Fumi Desalu-Vold. For those of you stopping by for the very first time, you are so very welcome indeed, my darlings. Yes, it is a wig, and yes, I have my hair braided underneath. These are colder months, and so I just want to keep my hair protected, so I'm just wearing a wig, but I will change them up and I will wear different ones for you. Why are we here, my darlings? I'll tell you why we're here. One of your beautiful Fumi Nation sisters sent me this clip of which I would want you to watch.
I can afford a nanny. However, my husband may screw the nanny. That's the status I just made. Hello. And it's literally the truth. By now, you all know who my husband is. Some of you guys think that these are skits. Like, oh, I just be lying like my husband cheats on me. No, my husband really does cheat on me. And I really stay even after he cheats on me. So me knowing who my husband is and me knowing what I tolerate, I'm not going to put myself in a position to hire a nanny that I know my husband may sleep with. Now, if my husband and I were to get divorced, then I could have these are some happy little fellas. Hello, my babies. Hi. Hello. You happy mommy's home? We gotta clean up out here. I'm happy to be outside. My baby's hair falling back out again. So anywho, me deciding to stay with my husband is something with my own personal boundaries, right? There's an insecurity going on inside of me that allows me to stay with this man that constantly cheats on me, doesn't pull his weight, etc. I have come to have a lot of empathy for my husband just because I know how we both were raised. I was raised feeling like nobody loved me except my great-grandma Merle, who is not deceased. And my husband, I wonder if this is my Instacart order. Well, it might be. But I'm starting to realize, like, okay, this isn't the kind of love that I deserve. Once upon a time, the love that my husband gave was better than the love that I didn't get. Now that I'm getting older and wiser, I'm starting to realize that this isn't the love that I deserve, nor is it the love that I want to accept. So you guys may see how that looks soon. My husband is getting better. slowly, as well as I'm not perfect either, right? My husband had an alcohol addiction. I had a gambling addiction. My husband hasn't drank alcohol in 2 years, so he's getting better. I haven't gambled in 4 months, so I'm also getting better. We both come from fucked up backgrounds, and we're both trying. I just try harder. That part is a little bit frustrating, but at the current moment, I know I'm not going to leave him. So instead of me hiring a nanny that can come work at our house and know like there's a probability that my husband is going to screw the nanny, I just won't get one, and I'll put the kids in daycare. Now, is it a probability that he can screw the girls that work at daycare? Of course. So it's like, that makes me think, do you still want to continue to stay with this man? I really have to do a lot of inner work with myself to gain the strength to walk away from my marriage. In the meantime, I'm not ready yet. I am currently working on me so that I can increase my standards and what I accept. But in the meantime, this is what I choose to accept because of what's going on internally with me and me making an excuse saying our childhood is why we're both like this. His daddy always cheated on his mom.
Now, I thought this was rather interesting because I had an episode last year of which really resonated with a lot of you. I had a wonderful nanny. Her name was Maria. Beautiful girl. And she used to come a little bit onto the show. And so I was sharing the hair products by Healthy Hair Studio ENITAN, of whom I live and love and grew my hair back. And somebody in the comments said that I should get rid of her because of how beautiful she was, and that it was not good for her to be around my husband, Ula. And I decided to make an episode. I will link it below for you to watch. Anyway, my response was, it was so disappointing that women thought like that. You know your husband, and if that's what your husband would do, then you don't have a husband. You're living with somebody who does not respect you, and more importantly, love you. Anyway, this young lady has gone to take the route of which I was advised and turned down. Maria eventually went back to Brazil, by the way. Maria went back to Brazil because she had 2 children of her own. I miss her terribly. And anytime, Maria, you want to come back, the door is wide open for you. Anyway, back to this young lady who has 2 beautiful children. I appreciate and respect her clarity and transparency because she has admitted her insecurities and what she's dealing with and the traumas that she had growing up. I wish that I could pour love into her and I could reassure her that she is the best mother and that she could really attain the best version of herself. She loves this man still, and she is not prepared to let him go. That's the crux of it. She loves him and she still wants him in her life, in any capacity. It is absolutely true. It's very difficult to walk away when you have children. It just is. It's not something that you just get up and say, I'm out of here, and you take your child. It is extremely difficult. One, because you still feel that whatever support he gives in that house, whatever scraps, whatever crumbs of support he gives, it's better than nothing. You also, perhaps, are not mentally, physically, emotionally ready to take on the responsibility of a child on your own, of being alone. There are so many layers, and it takes a hell of a lot for you to finally walk out and say, I will do it on my own. The woman has taken accountability of her own insecurities. She has taken accountability that she knows what she's doing is wrong. So I want to refocus on how she feels and how she can build herself. We saw the 2 little babies there, and that's a hard one to take because she feels trapped. And one would say you had to have seen these signs before you had these little babies. They look like twins. My advice, my darlings, and I will say it over and over and over, because I was also in bad relationships. I don't want to sit here and pretend that I had perfect relationships. It's all the bad relationships that led me to the good one. Because with one bad one after the other, of which I did not stay, one thing I never did was to make that person a father of my children. Because right there I knew that he would have me for 18 years looking crazy out here in these streets. Look at the guy every single time. Who is this man? Who is his family? Who are his friends? What does he do for a living? What are your non-negotiables? What are his non-negotiables? Stay out of the bedroom and come to the dinner table. Come to the conference table. Sit down and talk to each other. Then take time to find out who he is, not what he is saying. You will find over time, this isn't the guy. Relationship is not working out. If you see that he spends money recklessly, that he gambles, he has a passion for drugs, you've got to what? You got to grab your bag, your fabulous tote bag. Yes, my darlings, thank you so very much for the love and support. You got to grab your bag though. You got to grab your bag, put all of your things in there, and then you've got to go. You know why? It's harder to leave when you have children. It is harder to leave when you started to play house with this man. It is harder to leave when you have children. It is harder to leave when you have children with a man. Because I promise you, your life will be turned upside down. I don't care whether you're working. I don't even care if you have nannies. I really don't. It just becomes harder. Your life becomes about those children. And he can leave, he can walk out, he can do anything. 99% of the time, it's the woman that stays. That's the catcher in the rye. That's what this episode is about. Because she has found herself in a situation where she can't necessarily leave. And she doesn't even see how, in many ways, it can affect the children. It's about her. She has a situation where she's got these two young children. And as far as she's concerned, I want to hold on to this man. I want to hold on to him, even though I know that he would cheat on me. I would rather him be here and be somewhat of a father to these little babies. I would rather he be here so that I'm not alone with these two little babies. I would rather tolerate this than be alone with these two little babies, to do it all by myself. All the decision making, even the money, with the money I have, and put on the table and take care of these two babies. And I have not done any gambling in the last 6 months. That we will be somewhat of a family until I can figure out what I do for myself. I tell you also, heal. Heal from all traumas before you have children. Before you become a mother, before you become a wife. You have to heal everything on the inside. Work on yourself. Don't come out here talking about, I want to be married, I want to have children, I want to this, I want to that, and you're running away from yourself because you cannot look yourself in the mirror and say, you know what, I'm not good here. I need support here. I need help here. Let me tell you something. The woman Ula married was not the woman I was just maybe a year before that. At 38, my entire 30s, I was broken. I was insecure, very insecure. I did not love myself because I put myself in situations that I should have walked away from. I knew better and I didn't because I thought that I was not good enough. I thought I was not good enough. Do you know the worst part of it was that I thought I deserved it. I thought I deserved to be treated the way that I was treated. And I tolerated it. And somehow, one day, I went out and there was this very vibrant woman. She must be my age that I am now. And she was so electrifying and she was so wonderful. And I said I wanted to be like her. And I went home and I emptied out my house. All the trash bags that were under the sink, all the CDs that I didn't play anymore, all the clothes that didn't fit, all the gift boxes, you know how when you buy stuff you keep those. I emptied out all the things that didn't serve me. And I got to the love letters and I got to the emotional attachment thingies that I had from various relationships. And I got rid of all of them. And the following day, I called all of the credit card companies of whom I owed money, and was not paying, by the way. And I started to make payment plans. I applied to UCLA, and I started to do marketing and advertising classes. And I abstained from everything that was sexual. Everything. I abstained from it. And I began to work on me. And anytime when I felt sad, I would pray. And I would go to church. And I would go out, even if it was for a walk. Because I lived on my own. And so you know how you start thinking. And I would just go out. And I started exercising. Not that I was, overweight or anything at that time, but just to get my mental health. And I used to go to the Runyon Canyon a lot. I used to go there all the time. And I would look and I say, look at this wonderful, beautiful world for me. It's ahead of you. Just keep going. And in a way, when I look back, I can see that it was therapy for me. And so by the time I met Ula, I had friends, I was going to school, I was acting, I was going for auditions, I had paid down a lot of my debt, not knowing that in actual fact, I was going to leave America and go to Norway. And by the time I did leave, I did not have any single company that I was owing money. That's why I say work on yourself. Because it was what I did to get up out of this quicksand that I was in. Mentally will keep you in chains. And this is where this beautiful woman is at. All you see her smiling and all of that is a facade. It's a facade. She's broken deep down. And it's not to laugh at her, it's not to jeer at her, it's not to say that she's stupid and she's this and she's that. No. As a matter of fact, it's the first step to shouting it out and saying, I need help. And baby sister, don't be like me. I think you girls are wonderful out there. I really do. And it's a hard job just to get up out of your bed, step and repeat. I applaud you. And I know you're lonely, and I know you're sad, and I know you feel as if you don't know where to go. That's okay. Because if you had asked me almost 20 years ago, before I got married, where I was going, I did not know. I did not know. So you know what I did? What I did know was that, Fumi, you had to improve on yourself. Improve in doing better for yourself. So wake up every day, make your bed. Wake up every day and try to do something productive. Whether it was sending an email to a casting director, whether it was me going out for an audition and keeping the appointment and being there on time, whether it was speaking up for myself and saying, do you have any vacancies? I don't like what you did. You know what, you and I need to talk. Or knowing that this space, this person was not good for me. You are working on yourself because you're setting boundaries, and in so doing, you are redirecting yourself in the path that is for you. And when you're on that path, that positive path, opportunities will present themselves, because that path is where you will flourish. It will encourage you. It will not give you everything, because you have to work. Because the path that you are on right now might not necessarily be where you want to be, but it is where you will be eventually. Eventually where you want to prosper, it will be that path. So what happened? I stopped with the relationships. I stopped with the sex. There's no point doing it because you get emotionally entangled. Then you get pregnant. Then you find yourself derailed. And you're not on the path where you should be. That's how and why I married Ula. Because I was like, yes, what do you do? Who's your family, your parents? Yes, I will come to Norway so I can see your family and your parents and your friends. What do you do exactly? How much do you earn? You think I didn't ask? Yes, I did. And exactly, after tax, not before tax. And exactly what are your savings, and exactly how you're putting things together. I need to know, because I intend to live with this man for the rest of my life, and we want to bring children together. I cannot have him down at the club. I cannot have him looking at the nannies. I cannot, if he wants to, but he won't be my man. Because I need to stay focused, and we together, we want to build something together. What? We want to build a future and eventually be able to retire and be able to have raised our child the best possibly way that we could. That's it. Simple, simple. It doesn't have to be this big flashy house, big car, whatever. None of that. It's quality of life, and you deserve the best quality of life. That's all I can say, my darlings. I live for you. I love you. You're doing a good job. Continue to eat your salads and to mind your business. And what is delayed, baby girl, is not denied. Because I married at 40. I met Ola at 39. I married at 40. I had Adrian at 48. And I did YouTube at 45, and I started a business at 55, and I'm still kicking. And you know what's important to me? Health, mental health, emotional health, physical health. That's what's important. That's what will keep me going to 100 plus. So please, my darlings, look to this and let this be your springboard to what not to do. Do not forget to like, to subscribe, hit the notification button, and I'll say what? I will see you sooner than later. Don't forget to go onto the website and get your tote bags and your t-shirts, my darlings. And yes, what? The bras are coming. The bras are coming. I need to make the money so that I can put it in the bras now. All of my love, darlings. Bye.